हाँ बोलो. It will show the participant number, right? Yeah. Sound beautiful, huh? Yeah, here also we can see. Can we see who are those? Yeah, at that we can. There is option. We are live started. Yeah. It will come with, yeah. What about this one? Yeah. So kitchen वाला रहेगा उसका फोन पे कर. It's coming to that TV. Yeah, I kept it personal. I want to also. Yes, I'm using generative AI to summarize the
Understanding generative AI, its impacts and limitations. Artificial intelligence has endowed us with limitless possibilities. From intelligent marketing to fraud prevention and 24/7 customer support, artificial intelligence has transformed every aspect of businesses and business. Today, it can also enable machines or visual data to create new content via what we refer to as generative AI. What is generative AI? Generative AI refers to artificial intelligence algorithms that enable using existing content like text, audio files, or images to create new plausible content. In other words, it allows computers to abstract the underlying pattern related to the input and then use that to generate similar content. It offers immense benefits such as ensuring the generation of high-quality outputs by self-learning from every set of data, lowering the risks associated with the project, training reinforced machine learning models to be less biased, enabling depth predictions without censors, enabling localization and regionalization of content via deepfakes, allowing robots to comprehend more abstract concepts both in simulation and the real world. With such significant benefits, generative AI can be used for distinct purposes. Identity protection. Generative AI avatars have been used to protect the identity of interviewers in news. Reports about the persecution of LGBTQ people in Russia. Image processing. It helps in intelligent upscaling of low-resolution images to high-resolution images. Film restoration. It enhances old images and old movies by upscaling them to 4K and beyond, which generates 60 frames per second instead of 23 or less, and removes noise, adds colors, and makes it sharp. Audio synthesis. Generative AI can render any computer-generated voice into one that truly sounds like human voice. Even I, the narrator of this video, is a product of generative AI. Healthcare. Generative AI can be employed for rendering prosthetic limbs, organic molecules, and other items from scratch when actuated through 3D printing, CRISPR, and other technologies. It can also enable early identification of potential malignancy to more effective treatment plans. IBM is currently using this technology to research antimicrobial peptide, AMP, to find drugs for COVID-19. As generative AI makes it possible for machines to create new content effectively, it also comes with a set of limitations. Hard to control. Some models of generative AI-like hands are unstable, as well as it is hard to control their behavior. They sometimes do not generate the expected outputs, and it's hard to figure out why. Pseudo-imagination. Generative AI algorithms still need a vast amount of training data to perform tasks. GANs cannot create entirely new things. They only combine what they know. Security. Malicious actors can use generative AI for deceitful purposes like scamming email, fraudulent activities, and create fake spam emails. Understanding generative AI, its impacts and limitations. Artificial intelligence has endowed us with limitless possibilities. From intelligent marketing to fraud prevention and 24/7 customer support, artificial intelligence has transformed every aspect of businesses and things. Today, it can also enable machines to use textual or visual data to create new content via what we can refer to as generative AI. What is generative AI? Generative AI refers to artificial intelligence algorithms that enable using existing content like text, audio files, or images to create new plausible content. In other words, it allows computers to abstract the underlying pattern related to the input and then use that to generate similar content. It offers immense benefits such as ensuring the generation of high quality outputs by self-learning from every set of data, lowering the risks associated with a project, training reinforced machine learning models to be less biased, enabling depth prediction without censors, enabling localization and regionalization of content via deepfakes, allowing robots to comprehend more abstract concepts both in simulation and the real world. With such significant benefits, generative AI can be used for distinct purposes. Identity protection. Generative AI avatars have been used to protect the identity of interviewers in news. Reports about the persecution of LGBTQ people in Russia. Image processing. It helps in intelligent upscaling low-resolution images to high-resolution images. Film restoration. It enhances old images and old movies by upscaling them to 4K and beyond, which generates 60 frames per second instead of 23 or less, and removes noise, adds colors, and makes it sharp. Audio synthesis. Generative AI can render any computer-generated voice into one that truly sounds like human voice. Even I, the narrator of this video, is a product of generative AI. Healthcare. Generative AI can be employed for rendering prosthetic limbs, organic molecules, and other items from scratch when actuated through 3D printing, CRISPR, and other technologies. It can also enable early identification of potential malignancy to more effective treatment plans. IBM is currently using this technology to research antimicrobial peptide, AMP, to find drugs for COVID-19. As generative AI makes it possible for machines to create new content effectively, it also comes with a set of limitations. Hard to control. Some models of generative AI like vehicles are unstable, as well as it is hard to control. They sometimes do not generate expected outcomes, and it's hard to figure out. Pseudo-imagination. Generative AI algorithms still need a vast amount of training all the time. Games cannot create entirely new things. They only combine what they know. Security. Malicious actors can use generative AI for deceitful purposes like scamming people, fraudulent activities, and create fake spammy news.
Generative AI involves using machine learning algorithms to create new content, such as images, music, text, software code, or even designing new structures for products. It has the fastest growth of 5 advanced AI capabilities within our artificial intelligence value chain. The generative AI landscape is continuously evolving and can be divided into 6 key areas: image, code, text, video, speech, and design. ChatGPT, a buzzword in the tech world right now, is a large language model, LLM, developed by OpenAI. LLMs are designed to learn from vast amounts of text and use that knowledge to generate responses to questions or prompts with human fluency.
Hello.
While chatbots have been around for some time, ChatGPT goes beyond typical query answering features. Based on user input, for instance, it can generate and debug codes, write essays, and provide detailed explanations. Generative AI could have impact across business processes and business sectors. Some key use cases include search, asset management, contract management, customer management, and data augmentation, as well as dynamic interaction, generative design, process management, and product development. The generative AI market is nascent in terms of commercial deployment. However, due to its disruptive potential, the market is attracting significant investment from both established companies and startups. OpenAI has emerged as the most prominent startup in the generative AI landscape, with image generator DALL-E and ChatGPT launched in December 2022. Big tech companies such as Google and Microsoft are increasingly aggressive in the generative AI space. Microsoft has integrated ChatGPT within its Bing search engine and Edge web browser, while Google has launched a Bard AI chatbot. Salesforce has developed Einstein GPT, which creates sales and marketing content. It has also announced a $250 million fund to foster a startup ecosystem in generative AI, and to compete in the video department to co-develop a new generation of advanced generative AI models. Developments in this space are happening at a pace that makes it difficult for regulators to keep up. Regulations are being considered as concerns over data privacy, misinformation, and cybersecurity grow. In an unstable world, foresight is crucial for success. Generative AI uses machine learning algorithms to create new content, such as images, music, text, software code, or even design new structures or products. It is the fastest growing AI capabilities within our artificial intelligence value chain. The generative AI landscape is continuously evolving and can be divided into 6 key areas: image, code, text, video, speech, and design. ChatGPT, a buzzword in the tech world right now, is a large language model, or LLM, developed by OpenAI. LLMs are designed to learn from vast amounts of text data and use that knowledge to generate responses to questions or prompts with human fluency. While chatbots have been around for some time, ChatGPT goes beyond typical query answering features. Based on user input, for instance, it can generate and debug codes, write essays, and provide detailed explanations. Generative AI could have an impact across business processes and across sectors. Some key use cases include advanced search, asset management, content creation, contract management, customer management, and data augmentation, as well as dynamic interaction, generative design, process management, and product development. The generative AI market is nascent in terms of commercial deployments. However, due to its disruptive potential, the market is attracting significant investment from both established tech players and startups. OpenAI has emerged as the most prominent startup in the generative AI landscape, with image generator DALL-E and ChatGPT launched in December 2022. Big tech companies such as Google and Microsoft are increasingly aggressive in the generative AI space. Microsoft has integrated ChatGPT within its Bing search engine and Edge web browser, while Google has launched the Bard AI chatbot. Salesforce has developed Einstein GPT, which creates sales and marketing content. It also announced a $250 million fund to foster a startup ecosystem in generative AI. Adobe and NVIDIA have partnered to co-develop a new generation of advanced generative AI models. Developments in this space are happening at a pace that makes it difficult for regulators to keep up. However, regulations are being considered as concerns over data privacy, misinformation, and cybersecurity grow. Hello. In an unstable world, foresight is crucial for success.
May I request everyone to come front, please? Hello? Good afternoon, everybody. Wanted to check if people on the YouTube, you're able to hear me. Also, people on Zoom, you just can confirm if I'm audible. YouTube, maybe you can find some comments. If somebody is not able to hear, please. I'm not loud enough. How about now, Sandy? How about now, Sandy? Yeah. Okay, how about now?
That is muted.
Yeah. One of the system is on. Mute.
Muted. That one is muted.
You good now?
Anyways, can
I just give all the microphones.
we are good now.
You good now?
Yes.
Okay, people there, you're able to hear me, right? Ramesh, please come over. Just a quick.
That is do that sound. No, that's a TV sound is coming.
Leave it on.
Make it volume less. That TV.
Don't you just
Make it volume. Ah, make it less volume.
Okay, somebody who is on YouTube or on Zoom can say something because we have people out there. All the devices here. One person can unmute and say something.
But your mic is on.
Okay. Should we get started? Then we will figure out something. Okay. Yeah, first of all, good afternoon to everybody. And I'm hoping that you all have been looking forward to this. Yeah, we've been working towards arranging this, coordinating this, and trying to kickstart uh, this initiative where we wanted to bring in this awareness, basically a wake-up call for everybody because we all um, have been very busy with our projects. We don't generally look at what's happening around us. Yes, we do hear about something new, something cool. But I felt that from this center of excellence, we thought that let's try and make an event where we can talk about generative AI and also the solutions that we have been looking at to implement. We have made some proof of concepts. Some of the ideas we try to implement them, and we also are trying to, we in fact have reached out to all of you to come forward to share your ideas, your thoughts. Some of them can be taken up for implementation as proof of concepts. There is also a roadmap that I want to talk about until December this year. We at least need to have few solutions which we want to take to the customers because there are a lot of inquiries asking for Gen AI capabilities that we have, be it QE, be it development and whatnot. So I think it's high time that we start thinking towards building solutions around Gen AI. And that's the background. And yeah, it's called hackathon. Generally, hackathons, you give a challenge or a problem and have people crack it during the session. But what we thought was let people come with their own ideas. Let's keep it open. We also can go in with some ideas which we can showcase to the teams and make them aware that there is this effort that's going on. The end goal for this event is to um, have people come forward, nominate themselves as volunteers, whatever you want to call it, but we want people who can come and be part of this effort. I'm looking to form these 4 5 teams which can work towards validating the solutions that we have implemented. They are at a very nascent stage. We have just taken a big step. Some of the proof of concepts they are still at a concept level, but that's the effort that we want to put in where we want to have these teams formed. This will be above and beyond your projects. Anybody who is enthusiastic, who wants to learn, who wants to whether the solution will be used or not, but in the process you will learn a lot of things. That's what is important. So that's the background here, and we have few agenda items here. So if you want to just go through that, let's bring the screen up, share your screen, and just give a highlight of what we are trying to show here today. We should have another slide, right? Are you looking at the same? This is not the deck. Let's say the link with you. So this is the agenda for today. Not sure if we're able to read through the items here. One is the background and context, which is what I just now spoke about, and we want to showcase the solution, which is next gen AI solution to enhance the overall product engineering lifecycle. So this is use case that we picked, where we start with the stories that get created on Jira, and then how generative AI will pick up these stories and then create test assets. So basically, it creates the manual test cases, and also it can generate the automation test scripts, which can be deployed to your test environment. We good? Yeah. We good? Are we good? Okay. Performance. Okay. So I was talking about this next gen product engineering lifecycle use case that we picked. We also have a use case for API testing, and then we also have a solution that we are thinking, putting together a few next gen tools, DBT, Airflow, and Great Expectations, a new way of data testing. We would like that to be taken up as a solution which we can propose to our customers. But before that, we would like to validate that solution if that can be used for production. And we also have the generative AI-based predictive analysis that we want to build. The predictive analysis, we would like to use it to call out the failure points of a given software. So we are using a few machine learning models, which will assess the data that we collect from our test runs. So basically, the test reports will be stored in databases, which will be fed to the processing via the machine learning models and can generate the predictive analysis. So we identified the models. We also have come up with test data, schema, etc. So it's in the process of implementing that. But we would like to talk about it, and this is where we need additional hands, enthusiasts, please join this team. And then we also have few solutions based, which are based on no-code, and there are a few other frameworks that we are presenting, which is GenAI-based Cypress framework, and also there is a small skill that solution team is to talk about the impact on people's careers. And then when AI is being used, and then we open it up for sharing any new ideas, any thoughts, any questions. So that's the agenda for today. The plan is to start at 2 p.m. and close it by 5 p.m. Before we get started, I would like Avesh to just come over and say a few words. Because we won't get a chance after that.
No, this is a great initiative, of course. So before that, So this is a great initiative. Before that, I just want to ask, get some context on the Gen AI, ChatGPT, Copilot, and all these stories. So how many of you have, first basic question, the answer should be yes. How many of you have used ChatGPT, Copilot? All? Is there anyone who has not used it? They have not used it. Devs raise their hand. Okay, good. Has anyone done any course or learned deep on what happens? What can you do with it? Any deeper studies on GenAI? Anyone has done? Any training? Any course? What can you achieve on this? Okay. Any small projects that you guys have done? What have you done? No, no. GenAI and AI ML is slightly different now from the application point of view. Right, from the use case standpoint, there is a nice big gap. So AI/ML is usually only related to data and data analytics, right? Whereas GenAI can spawn any area like QA, right? So you could do that. Anybody has done anything using OpenAI API, LangChain, anything like that anyone has used?
Yeah, so they can course on prompt engineering.
Mhm.
So I have done that. So that helps you to with what set, like that set of questions to be asked to make
Understand problem. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I mean, just want to create a total insecurity in all of you guys. If I'm not able to do that, you guys have to feel really insecure. Okay, in today's world. Okay. Because then AI, as everybody keeps talking about, is it going to take my job? Is it going to be? Is it going to take 2 people for 10 people job? Whatever. Everything is going to change the way things work. Right. So there's one in the podcast. Someone told you will not lose jobs to machines. You will lose job to a person who knows GenAI. So you have to be that person who understands GenAI, AI. How can you use? How can you leverage? How can you get your own productivity improved? Do you guys use Gen AI, ChatGPT, Copilot in your projects, in your day-to-day work? Anyone uses it?
Yes, sometimes for factoring that whole case.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone? I was thinking overwhelming. Yes, but not many people are using it. Right? I mean, you can say that oh, customer doesn't say this, customer doesn't allow me. Those are all smaller excuses because any code that you want to write, you can use data generation, you can use unit test cases, you can use code generation, you can use logic, algorithms, programs that you can use. So this is underwhelming again. Want you guys to please start using. This is your daily app, like WhatsApp for me. It should be ChatGPT or Copilot for you guys. Everybody, right? If you're not using it, um, the best that I could do is look at it. That's the one thing that I can do. And if you see, they know one of our senior leaders, another in the 33 club, 33 years club, right? So he has taken so much of initiative, putting all these things together and trying to get something out. I think that level of enthusiasm everyone should have. And I'm telling you guys, the world is moving very, very, very fast. If you're going to be an average, then you will be. But good guys will always be there. There is always a demand for people who can move to change, who can learn what is new. Right? So I don't know how to instill the sense of insecurity, urge to learn more and more. Um, but you guys need to be what is the one thing that we have done? Salil is heading that effort. Is all the delivery leaders are now expected to do a certification on GenAI by the end of this month. Okay, so I would just expect all the delivery leaders to take this down to the next level. Useful or not, anything you learn, it's a knowledge industry. So we all have to see what is the new technology and how can it influence, help my job. If you guys are not doing, you're not doing your job then. Okay, as simple as that. So that is that. And also look at the applicability, basic things like what you said, code generation, code refactoring, unit test case writing, data generation. You know, we need to start using this on a daily basis. Okay. and there are very powerful use cases also that we are working on. We have at least 3 customers that we're talking to on GenAI. Um, so we all have to really see what this is going to do to us, and you need to think laterally. When I had a discussion with our board, and they said, guys, people above 40 don't even come here. Guys in 20s have to take on their jobs, right? So that is the mindset shift that's going to happen. Okay, so if we are not becoming younger, not having that energy to learn anything new, right, we will be losing out on that. So my humble request is please pull up. Weekend is just tomorrow. Finish the course, at least the prompt engineering course you finish on GenAI, and look at the various use cases. Look at what Google is not. Look at what Microsoft is not. What Salesforce is not. What Azure has just gone ahead. Google has gone ahead. Something happening in IBM as well. Something happening in SAP. Please see what each of these large companies are doing with GenAI. And look at Infosys. Infosys is we have their own website on GenAI. So please look at the world around you and come up with as many ideas as possible for yourself and for your team, and raise it up. We're all happy to support any new initiative in this area. Right? So that is the keynote that I would like to give here. So really excited to see what is in store. And just like you know, already demoed whatever you do a demo to a customer, the customer is already take this. Okay, so I will stop there and have time to talk more. Leave it there. Okay, so request all of you to stay back and see what is happening, get some ideas, keep putting it into the chat, any new ideas, or create a Google Doc, put all your ideas that is there. Okay, this is just the beginning of what should be a revolution inside. Get Accion to a stage where we say that we are 100% GenAI compliant. So that can happen. Very minimal knowledge can be so much. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Mike. Was somebody who saying that?
Namaskar. Oh, I can't talk again now.
How about now? There is somebody who sent a message. Okay, I have few slides before we move on to the actual demonstrations. I created these slides just to set the context. So, I mean, this slide, you're seeing it on the screen. These are basically the regular, typical quality engineering processes. One is the manual testing process and the test automation process. I don't think I need to explain this step by step because you all understand. So what we are trying to do is we're trying to bring in generative AI into these processes and trying to highlight the impact that it has created, the difference that it is making in the quality engineering aspect of software. So there is somebody who's not able to hear. Yeah, there's a Zoom issue. How about now? Okay, fine then. Looks like yeah, it's working now. Okay, so ChatGPT. Look, we will actually play a very short video to introduce ChatGPT so that people not really have to know about it. But it actually generates something new. It could be content. I mean, content. It could be code. It could be literature. It could be images, and also it predicts in terms of what will be the next. If you actually give a scenario, so it is basically a large language model which helps in generating such content. Okay. Now, using that as a tool, we can eliminate some of the efforts that we put in quality engineering. Starting from, if you have a user story, now you do the analysis of the user story and try to come up with various scenarios to test that particular feature. Now, for that, you need to understand the acceptance criteria. And from that acceptance criteria, you build your test cases. And then from those test cases, you load it to your test environment to execute and generate the test report. Okay? I mean, there is manual effort in every step. Now, what we have tried to do is we have tried to build a solution where we are able to prompt the ChatGPT in such a way that it really picks up the story from Jira. Definitely, yes, you have to put in that effort to create the acceptance criteria. Even for building the acceptance criteria, we have used ChatGPT. So all that this a product owner or a product manager has to do is to create a story on Jira, and this solution that we have built will pick it up and go through the whole process of completing the test execution, getting the test report, storing it into the database, and giving it into the machine learning models to generate the predictive analysis. So that's the journey that we can actually see in one of the solutions that we're presenting today. To the next slide, please. So this is that typical test report. We will also talk about the predictive analysis. So maybe in future we don't get to see such reports. For especially product owners and business teams might want to see where will the software fail, and in what scenario will the software fail, and how do you arrive at that? You arrive at that by analyzing the historical data from each test run. You get the results which will be used for the assessment, and then finally predicting, saying that if you increase the users by this number, this software might not work. Or if you actually change your architecture to something else, it might break. Or if you change your environment, this is the status that you have. Or you have changed your process because of which you have gotten to this point, and then the software, the stability of the software has got an impact. And that's the kind of insights that any product owner would want to have. So that's the kind of reports that we are looking to build. Next question. So this is what go to the next one. So this is a representation of where LLMs stand. Basically, the left-hand side shows what is lying underneath of LLMs. We don't need to get deeper into artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and things like that. We just have to focus on LLMs for the time being. If you want to write an LLM, definitely yes, going to learn about machine learning. You should be able to do that. But for now, we have these LLM models which are available, which can be used and can be put to use to. Some of these touch points that we have been focusing on recently is to create this test case generation, and then this data generation, and the test automation, and finally the test cases. So this is the slide, basically a roadmap. So I've been working with my colleagues, team members here from the Center of Excellence. We have a plan which we think is realistic. If we can actually get some people who can participate in this initiative. The major focus is to build this end-to-end product engineering framework that I just now spoke about. Basically, we have the base, we have an idea, we have implemented that, and we have seen it working. We wanted to strengthen it further. We want to explore this, add few more options, or maybe try in different environments. So before even we go and propose these solutions to the customers, we want to validate the solutions and make sure that these are solid solutions which can be used for production. So, so there are a lot of customer inquiries. Since last few weeks, I've been hearing from various customers, including Everbridge. They're keen to understand what is our GenAI capabilities. If there are any accelerators or solutions that are available for them to use. Yesterday, I had a meeting with Neighborly. We are able to show them. And I promised the customer that I actually spoke about the solution, and the customer is really excited. And they are looking forward to see the demo, which I promised to show them next week. So when it happens, I think they're going to come forward to participate in this initiative. They can be that guinea pig for us for the time being. We can try out these ideas on Neighborly systems and see if that can be taken up as a real-time solution. See, there are few solutions during this exploration. We stumbled upon few tools which were like really surprising to me that nobody has actually considered such tools. So one example that I want to give is there is a tool called EVO Suite, which generates unit test code. And Suresh and the connectors team, Pawan and others, they have taken it up to validate the outcome of EVO Suite, output of EVO Suite, and they felt that it is generating 90 to 95% code coverage. And they validated the code is clean, and it also runs in your local. You don't need to expose your IP, your customer's IP to outside world. So everything is inside. Why not use such tools? You know, a lot of times we see that developers struggle. We get a lot of feedback from customers on the quality of unit testing. So such tools can help us to get away in such situations. We can improve our productivity. So that's not, I mean, EvoSuite is not part of our agenda today, but I'm just giving it as an example that there are these solutions that are readily available. All that we need to do is look around. You might actually find a solution. Suresh was talking about today in the morning. Why should I put my finger to get into the office? I just have to come forward, stand in front of the door, and there are many software that are available. Facial recognition, and then you just walk in, right? And maybe we have to write such a solution for ourselves. Maybe give it to some other customer also. Okay, so the plan is, so the solutions that we're discussing today will be taken up for validation. There will be a few more that might get added to the list. And by December this year, we would like to be ready with at least two or three solutions that we can actually propose to customers, have it in our repository, and maybe there could be a few more customers who might want to work with us, partner with us in implementing that solutions. So this is an invitation. Maybe end of this session, or maybe anytime, maybe tomorrow, people can reach out. Nominate yourself. You can actually pick your application or a solution that you want to be part of, and then we can start working as a team. Yeah, let's move on. So these are the major focus areas. I haven't touched upon dev desktops. That's an area that's not been explored. I wanted to mention it here. If there are anybody who's enthusiastic about exploring in dev desktops, I've seen many customers, including Veracode. If you actually look at the Jira JD of quality engineers that they've given us, we've been hiring for Veracode and the kind of people that they're expecting. They need testers who understand the environments, be it AWS, Azure, or on-premise. They want these testers to also own the pipelines. So I was thinking, why not we start looking at a GenAI solution which can help us to build such solutions. Suresh, next one. Okay, I would want all of us to observe 2 minutes silence for. You can go to the next one. For this person on the screen, that is Harshad Kamatia. Do you remember him? Anybody here? Harshad Kamatia? Okay, he passed away during COVID, the first wave. And the reason I'm bringing up Harshad here today, remember him. Can you all stand up for a few minutes? So he's part of Accion Labs, worked for Access for a few months, then moved on to Dynasty. As part of his contribution towards the project, he has come up with many solutions and innovative solutions. Today we talk about some kind of a problem, tomorrow it comes with a solution. So likewise, like we have in Dynasty, he was part of Dynasty as well. We did a lot of solutions which requires complex AML kind of solutions. So he worked with DC and he brought up like today we speak about that this is something which we need to resolve, and we put up a timeline like next 2 weeks we need to come up with some kind of a sketch or roadmap. That next day tells you I resolve this. I have no solution to this. So we used to review that and say we can go and implement this.
So he has done a wonderful job in terms of many projects, many years. So most of the time when we come to office, every day we used to uh, wake up with a thought that we will do something innovative today. So it's all because of one of the such people like Harshad who should show a lot of rigor in terms of innovation. So we should come and spend most of the time in that last meeting room on talking about some solution, some kind of resolution problem or something like that. So we want to definitely remember him because we don't want to forget his contribution to various projects.
Yeah, thanks. I wanted to bring him up today and remember him because we need such Harshits to be around us. We want people who believes in innovation. So there was this engagement that we did for this customer called Dynasty, and there was a need for us to build a data lake for them. And we've been exploring the best possible way of testing large volumes of data because it's going to be a huge effort. So there were the solutions that we used to use for ETL testing, which is Excel macro based. There were a few other tools that we've been using, but they were not effective. But if you have to test the data lake, then you need to think on a different level. So Harshad came up with this idea of building a tool using Python, and we named it as Accion, ACCION. Some of you who have been here for a long time would have seen mentioning of this tool in the past. So we got to a point where we have implemented the basic features. We wanted to take it to the next level because we needed more computing power. We were thinking of going to AWS or Azure and trying to see if we can make this more scalable and meet expectations. So that's when Ashit had to go to Ahmedabad to see his newborn daughter. And this was in 2019, and he never returned back to Bangalore. And that's when Accion died too. We buried it. And so I wanted to talk about him today because I want to set as an example. We need people like him, and only then we will be able to make some innovations and build some solutions and give you some energy, enthusiasm. Okay.
We'll observe from it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So before we move on to the presentations, want to play one small video about ChatGPT for people who are just getting to know about it. Be a good context setter. So Suresh, if you want to play this video.
It is the fastest growing and final launch of AI capabilities. The generative AI landscape is continuously evolving.
Yeah.
is a large language model, or LLM, developed by OpenAI. LLMs are designed to learn from vast amounts of text data and use that knowledge to generate responses to questions or prompts with human fluency. While chatbots have been around for some time, ChatGPT goes beyond typical query answering features. Based on user input, for instance, it can generate and debug codes, write essays, and provide detailed explanations. Generative AI could have an impact across business processes and across sectors. Some key use cases include advanced search, asset management, content creation, contract management, customer management, and data augmentation, as well as dynamic interaction, generative design, process management, and product development. The generative AI market is nascent in terms of commercial deployments. However, due to its disruptive potential, the market has attracted significant from both established companies and startups. OpenAI has announced that the performance from generative AI landscape, much stronger than ChatGPT, which understands Microsoft has integrated ChatGPT and edge reference, while Google has launched the AI. Sales GPT, which creates sales and marketing content. It also announced a $250 million fund to foster a startup ecosystem in Japan. Adobe and Nokia co-developed a new generation of advanced generative AI models. Developments in this space are happening at a pace that makes it difficult for regulators to keep up. However, regulations are being considered as concerns over data privacy, misinformation, and cybersecurity grow. In an unstable world, foresight is crucial for success.
Okay, thanks, Suresh. Yeah, we'll start with the first demonstration of our solution, which is an next gen product engineering life cycle using using generative AI. And this will be done by Kudi. Over to you, Kudi.
So, hello everyone.
You have to share the screen. He has to share the screen. You have a presentation.
So presenting you the AI business solution to enhance the product engineering lifecycle. So, from the moment we set our sight into our skill backlog, the very first challenge observed uh, from the moment we set our sight into our skill backlog, the very first challenge we observed in product development is the task of gathering clear requirements and then analyzing the complexity of the scope. So our solution aims to tackle this challenge with communication and with overall increasing the efficiency from the start of the sprint. Uh, so let's just dive into this transformative solution. I see them. As I said, so normally the challenges that we observe are like clear requirements. So it takes time for a project manager once he writes his requirement. We get into numerated questions. So this solution um, initiates a conversation with the project manager over to
Not speaking, please.
Yeah. So the major challenge is that we observe currently are clear requirements, and then once we don't have the clear requirements, the requirements get added. Then once we start with the one scenario, we figure out we need to introduce some more actions, and the code complexity that increase the estimation complexity has been to get compromised. The communication that bottleneck and the 60/40 ratio. So I think as an engineering team, we spend 60% of our time performing obvious tasks like asking relevant questions, write simple and straightforward test, structure new code, like Spring Framework, like for the development. So, uh, so offering from this solution is like it helps you to read your description from the Jira as of now. You can also do that with Microsoft. So it gives the and components to this description which are made relevant questions to build the acceptance criteria. It seeks for acceptance criteria information for the product manager. Once the product manager gives it, um, it process, so it starts the process, which is like it starts citing the acceptance criteria, uh, defines, and then there's a communication gets started. It increases the efficiency for the manual testing and the automation. So automation tests can be written with this type of tool, and those types of tests can be expanded on with, as part of the review and can be optimized. Also, as it has been development, so the developers get a very different story. The manual testers get different tests and testers have a structured way. So it becomes a win-win situation for all of us. That's why we do it. Yeah. So currently, okay. So currently, I'm logged in as a product manager. Uh, so here, uh, consider this is a new story which has been created by product manager. And so here I'm just reading there. And so it says that we are looking into some solution which is like business total versus the license tracking for the particular application. So this has some information, uh, but as you can see, these are context it talks about. Like if I ask a person who is not from the project to understand this product, he won't understand that. So there's a repeat question has been asked, and this story has been worked on. So let's start with this. Consider this is a story which has been created, and so let's keep this on. Okay. So uh, meanwhile, the operation that our solution is attempting is to read this description of this story and put up a relevant questions. So as you can see here, so you can see, so these are the some questions that we put up as part of this story, and this questions are for the product manager. As I am product manager now, I will put up.
Hope you are getting it right. So there's a story, and it was given to the ChatGPT to read through the story and then ask questions to fill up any gaps.
Yeah, so these are predefined answers which I have just putting up here. These may not even sometimes like match the exact questions, but let's start as a product manager, they may answer some. And then let's proceed back. So if you see here, here is the workflow, and it says the questions mostly. So now, so as it is an assistive solution. So you can see from here, as soon as when the questions are being answered, product manager would go and just say that questions are being answered. This could be a different field. So maybe we have like a field process or the status movement. So now, with this, now it is a questions answer. Let's go back and pick and pick that uh, the solution. Uh, So, going by the changes the assumption setting for a story. Uh, so this is also being also integrated with C that I think in the lab. So, it does a voice recognition and then it performs the action. Uh, uh, the speed can behave sometimes here. So it's getting it out of the command. So as you can see, it has raised with some exceptions criteria, and those whenever it raised with the actual project story, what is going to do, based on the reports that are provided by project manager. I have done this was so so I did a comparison. So this is the actual story from one of the project, and exactly copied from the description shared by product manager. So it's not that we have attempted to provide the next more of the answer for the description. This is the actual story that is being given by one of the product manager in our project. Now, if we check the acceptance, so in our project we have a process that we specify the acceptance criteria before starting this ticket. So that we get clear how can we define when it comes to these. So the acceptance criteria much of more matches with the one that has been defined by our team of our colleagues. And similarly, so you can see this gives the proper acceptance criteria and ask for information. Consider if I treat comfortable as a product manager and accept it as a approved. So if I'm taking the acceptance criteria approved the process, um, uh, our solution uh, can generate the model test and the automatic test based on this. So I think it is- so when we uh, when solution reads the acceptance criteria, it attempts to create manual test. So it attempts to create a manual test and then and then it, we can also assign those tests to the new tester and ask them for the review or expand or just work on it. Yeah. So the processing is this. Okay. Okay, I was listening to travel here. So, okay, so I will go, let me know this here now. So you see here, so I started with this scenario where we had a story description with the help of solution with AI, and then we started doing the assisting our team member to generate put their questions. Once the questions are answered, we get the acceptance criteria. We are this is for approval. Once you get a green light from the product manager, another automatic process kicks in, which creates the test case. So for a story, which is just story versus object perspective, these are the memory tests which are being kicked in. So those are being added as part of the subtask for the story. This can definitely be moved to a test management tool, like let's say, or is a file which is also plugged in for G. So you can see those test cases relates to the acceptance criteria and they are relevant. Definitely, this is a system technology. So if a tester who can go ahead and review this, expand this based on their product knowledge, and so this is going to save the time, the 60% to write the obvious test case, which a system can assist on. So the domain based most layers can be identified. Similarly, uh, similarly, it can also go ahead. So if you see here, this area of this status has changed to valid as this area. Now you have to go back and so we have to see for a while. Group by implicates plus plus basis for us. So for the solution, we have to attend to with two sets, which is performer working and then the Selenium testing. So we will see that if we get most of the task on this ticket, uh, so one of them would be stated, one of them would be set as a then expectation depending those. Similarly, also consider if we have a present framework, it also creates form option model for us and likely the class that defines for it. So this has so as this test as a task has been defined, the assets can directly go ahead and they did not need to look out for the like the test coverage because now they know what all things they have to cover. So they have a good set of tests fine. They might need to add some logic if if required, or they can use the additional model which is model. So like if we go if we can use a trained model based on our pattern and which can be linked to our GitHub repository, it can actually generate a native, it can push back your file. It can notify you that, okay, it is flag that, okay, so if there is a test case which has been added, go ahead and then create a specific task in Jira for you to do it. So that process is flag and this weekend implications. So let's see and wait and just as that.
Okay, the folks, if you are able to see the screen here, so what it's trying to do is like using generative AI, there is story created, the perfect script that is written here using generative. It reads the story, and if it finds any questions, like any kind of clarifications you presently ask the broadcaster, it generates a question, and you can post that same questions, and the broadcaster comes back and replies for those questions. Once those questions were answered, that he runs another script. That script will take that information and generates the test cases. So those test cases are getting generated. Once the test cases are generated, another script which can run those automatically. This can all happen automatically. So currently you are showing you step by step, but if you look at it can be done all of them as automatic fashion.
So yeah, so this solution can be plugged into our Jira board and so as soon as the product manager checks in the new story, a related questions can be put up that that plugin can take care of posting back the questions, create the specific task, create the acceptance criteria for it. So this can become a plugin into the solution. So the people who can see the screen from Zoom. So if you see here, there is another subtask which has been added. Just a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can increase the font size or the browser one.
Okay, I will do this one.
Just do it.
Yeah. So this one is story. Um, and so I will just summarize it so you can see. But this was a story description. We were able to ask some questions here based on these questions. Ask the product manager answers them based on the answers that have been is a feedback to the model. These are the success criteria that we created based on the story description and the answers. Most of that once uh, once product manager agrees that that these acceptance criteria are good, we change its from to acceptance criteria approved. Once you do that, uh, there is a process kicks in that creates the manual test cases, the Cucumber and Java test cases. Let's go ahead and see those. So we have so this is a manual test case file which has been added as a subtask to the story. We can definitely move that into Excel or with some more piece of time, or it can be also moved to a test management tool. Similarly, to convert the working format, so you can see it has generated a working format for this scenario. For those test cases which we have written previously. It started writing these definitions. Um, it moved further and started creating a code for us. I have tried with prompt engineering with the check command. Because it is very relevant, right? And it's become like a good time. So it could give a better result. So every time you can see a different set of better results. Uh, so, um, so as of now, I don't see code for this time. It was not very good. So, but now you can see this. There's a format which has been defined. So if you go back and make this possible on the chat, it is definitely going to be the better test results. Better test formats. Similarly for Java assembly. Let's go and so if you can see, it can write a so this is the test class file which is generated. And started writing the test formats. So what initially it has done is that identify your test cases based on your test when you test define. Now it started defining your page object mode. So like I need a total user count, they get largest. So what structure that I'm that if I integrate this with my GitHub repository, like if I pass that my test framework file and ask it just adding test case for that. Because of all these variables which are defined here, they comes back as a we accept let's say we accept options which are defined in your repository. So that works very streamlined, very efficient. So I think that's all for the now. So I will say I will summarize a bit about that. Overall, the purpose category clear description, clear acceptance criteria, what is to the minor testers gets a initial set of test cases which they can expand on, they can rely on, they can execute. Then the testers can get a respective task defined and a format which is minimize the initial time to based on this. Thank you.
Helps us in two ways. One is bringing automation, starting from decomposing the requirements, making clarification, writing those manual test cases, and also to write generate the test code for testing the feature. It can also help us streamline the process. So we can actually bring in a structure in the way that requirements are passed on to the teams, how they are elaborated, how the gaps are filled, etc. So all that process. Can you set up your Jira boards for a given project? Sorry. Anybody has any questions? People on Zoom? Yeah, okay. Okay, I think, yeah, thank you, Kuldeep. Let's invite Lalit to present the API test framework that is built using ChatGPT. Yeah, we'll post a message if you have any questions. Probably after end of conversation, you can
Hi everyone. How many of you are into quality engineering here? Can you raise your hand? Yeah. So this is primarily made for you. This whatever solution that you have built. So whatever solution that we are envisioning should make your lives easy. So if you look at the pipeline that we have on the screen, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to automate a lot of the uh, quality engineering steps that we have. So one is generating the code where we have to run our tests, and then we have the code. We have the code in respective languages like Cypress, Python, Java. So we are looking at generating the code and then running it and storing the results into the database so that we can run some predictive analytics on it and do some predictive analytics like what is going to fail in the future or what is the flakiness of this entire build. So this is what we are planning. So we have a working demo here. So I would like to take one simple API testing scenario and show this entire end-to-end flow. So most of our APIs we document them in Swagger, right? So it's like an open API contract where we exchange the APIs to different teams, different companies as well. So we have just taken one example of Swagger API that is publicly available. So we try to generate some automation tests. So without any manual intervention, we would like to generate automation code for this and run this and see what are the results without having to write any single line of code. So most of you know different APIs that are there here, and you can see different API methods like post, put. So just out of curiosity, so what are the parameters that you would test in an API? So can anyone come up with a list of parameters that you would look at in an API we have? So we check the status codes, we check the response, even go a little bit further and try to see if the response is of certain format. So, so this is the API we have. We have publicly available API. So now I would like to generate automation tests for this. So if I just have to do it in Python, I just have to do it right. I have to import the first library and I just have to do the first get of whatever URL we have. So we have um, this endpoint where we just want to test this endpoint. So if I just have to do it in Python, all I have to do is just write one line of code and just store this into one of the variables and just assert it's a get call. So this is the default status code for a get call. Yeah. So we just have to assert that it is 200. So this is my simple test. So I've written a couple of lines of code to just generate one API test. Let's see how a generative AI model can help with this. So let me log into my Jenkins. So I have leveraged Jenkins to build this integration because most of us use it quite often. I have two jobs here. Simple Jenkins job. One is code generator, where it can generate code for you of whatever desired programming language you want. And second one is a code runner. Whatever the code that is generated with code generator can be run in the code runner job. So let's try to generate some code using ChatGPT. So I have configured So here I can select whatever API test I want to do. I can do performance test, UI test, etc. So for now I go with API test. I can choose the desired programming language. For now I'm choosing Python. So all we have to do is just give this Swagger API documentation URL here and click on build. So, so most of our projects, we at the nascent stage, we run them in our local machine. So there, in that case, we can also give the JSON directly. So most of you know that um, Swagger API is has the JSON associated JSON with it. So we can directly dump this JSON as well instead of just giving the URL. But this is a publicly available Swagger documentation. I would just like to click on build.
So while he does that, I just want to add one point. So there is this concern whenever somebody talks about Gen AI, people ask about what happens to the IP of a company. So you don't want to expose your endpoints to external world to do this testing. So the way that we have been looking at it is we will build JSON and mask some of the elements that require security. But once the code gets generated, so you know where to go and make those changes. And it's not going to be a large effort. So even if you have to use more minor tweaks, even for UMS, because the experts might not be the same. If they have to go change it, if there is a URL, again, you have to go and make those changes. Or you can keep these URLs and some of these things outside as a company. It's going to be picked up by the program that gets generated. So anyways, I'm just trying to mention about this, saying that instead of passing the URLs for endpoints, we can actually go with the JSON approach and later on go and tweak the cases wherever that is.
Thanks for that. So, so if you see, the Jenkins job have generated one big artifact. So we will see that. So if you see, I think it has mostly covered all the methods. The get, post, put, GenAI tool. So this is how where we can get started. So I would just like to run this and see whether it runs what would be the output. So we have one more job, a code runner. So the central idea of this is to integrate both of them, where the code gets generated and it gets automatically executed. But now, just to differentiate how these things work, I'm just passing the build number here. So the build number is 86. I'm just passing the build number along with the desired programming language. So I just want to run this in Python. So I just selected this and I can see the console output that the tests are running. Yeah. So you see, the test, the four correct operations that we have are running there, and the build has successfully done. We look at the reports. So we see one of the tests got failed, and if you see, it got failed just because of an assumption error. So by and large, this distribution that the code that we have generated uh, is substituting the purpose of not writing the code manually and instead leverage Gen AI tools. So this is not just about generating skeleton code, as one of our friend Kuldeep has shown. We can leverage from here and generate even larger amount of code using Gen AI. So I'm just going back and instead of giving the Swagger URL, I'd like to give an input in a web-based format. I'm giving a prompt saying I want tests covering most of the status codes and API methods. Let's see how ChatGPT responds to this. So I'm building this. So it integrates with ChatGPT and generates the build artifact. If I see now, so the output that we see now has more number of tests covering a lot of um, tests here. So if you see, this is the power of Gen AI. With little detailed prompts, you can almost generate most of the code for your automation testing. So let's run this and see how many of them pass. So the bill number is 87. So let me build this and see out of the box how many tests get passed. So you see the tests are running one by one. Some of them are passing, some of them are failing. So we see that 30 items have been collected, which means 30 tests have been generated. If you take the test name, it makes sense what it is trying to do at a high level. So yes, so we have generated the test. You can see the report here. So I see 15 failed and 15 have passed. So it's like 50-50. But most of them, if you see, are just assertion errors. So there is, you just have to do minor tweaks to get this working. So so, if you come back at a higher level of solution that we want to propose, it's not just generating the code and running them, but we want to store those results in a central repository where we can do some predictive analytics as well. So here, I have written a service which is available on GitHub. So I have written a service which can ingest test result data. Any team can use that. We have a common models for we have created tables for performance tests as well as API tests. So this is available in GitHub and it is quite simple to set it up. You just have to clone this repo and do Docker compose. Should be Yeah, if you see two containers are running, one is for the APIs, so I have written them in Django. Second one is the MySQL container. So, yeah, so I just want to show that so we are storing all this data. So right now I've captured around 344 results. So so the idea here is that we not only run them and just forget about them. We store them in a central repository where we can run different analytics and at a project level we can do some predictions as well. So we have such data. So if you see here, we have a lot of data with test name, the execution time, what is the outcome, if there is any error, we are also storing the traceback. So we can run some NLP models on this and try to understand why it has failed and what is the occurrence of this again failing in future. So this is the simple solution that we have achieved there. But I think Anita has something to show on the predictive side of it. But this is the whole pipeline. So we are looking at generating the code, we are looking at running the code, storing the results into the database, and then take it forward. So all of this is leveraged based on ChatGPT's integration, and as you see, the code that he has generated is quite uh, overwhelming in the sense it breaks the inertia of someone who who want to just try set the repo up, you have APIs, you can simply use our Jenkins job, which will be centrally hosted, where any of the teams can just quickly log in and leverage this tool and generate the basic skeleton code for your projects. Thank you.
Just explain about the list. Many of us are from QA background, and I believe many of us must have used Postman. Right? How many of us use Postman? So Postman is also having very interesting feature for AI project called Postbot. You have a latest version of the Postman. You can Postbot. You can generate the discussions of your strategy, and from that you can create an automated scripts. Then using some kind of NLP, capture your new scenarios and edge cases. Or just a food for thought to get back home and try it out.
Okay, let's have Vinita. Hello. So Vinita will be speaking about the next gen data testing solution. We have put together. So the proposal is to use tools like DBT, Airflow, and Generative AI. So there is a traditional way of doing data testing. That you get the data extracted from the source, you transform the data, and then you load it to the destination. And then you do those checks at each of these points. And using SQL scripts, and there's a lot of manual effort, and there's a lot of effort that goes in terms of making sure that the data is clean enough for us to go and make those verifications of validation. So this framework that we're talking about automatically analyzes the data and qualifies the data to confirm it that is ready to be taken up for migration, transformation migration. And there are other features like you don't need to be an expert to perform this data testing. So there are other ways of using plain English. Basically, in great expectations tool, they call it as expectations. You just write those derivatives which are in plain English, which can do the same job as SQL can do. Okay, and it takes very less time, and also it can be used by Indian airmen, not technical people who are not able to write. And we are also looking at Airflow, Airflow being a orchestration tool, so we can actually configure those pipelines to extract and perform all these validations at every step that we want. And then finally, like how it is demonstrated, we can store this data, the test results data into a repository and then use the data for future predictive analysis. We can actually give reports to say if there are issues with regards to the data, we can identify the root cause, potential failures in future, etc. So that's the background and context. I'll let Vinita to help us deep dive into it.
So before we go to Vinita, I just want to play one video which summarizes the whole generative AI in the QA world. Okay. In the video, what we're trying to show here Okay, in this video, what we're trying to show is like the generative AI can be used right from the creation of the story till the reporting. So every aspect of QA testing can be automated using generative AI. This is the one which we want to message through that for a video. So now we are seeing different kind of a participant from different participants here where they're showing different solutions, which all of them can be clubbed and we can have one holistic approach to automate whole QA process. With that, I'll hand over the mail.
As part of this topic, we will be covering the data validation part, like data part. So how we will start is like what approach we have now when it comes to data testing. What we it is based on how data is placed in different databases. We choose the approach. So am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, this flow diagram is related to the current approach, the traditional way what we follow. So when it comes to data testing, we can categorize schema validation. Like first of all, when we uh, validate the data or bring the data from different sources, we create the target tables. So we move the data from different sources. It can be your UI, flat files, or different servers. It loads to the target table, and then the current approach we follow is like as we see here. Basically, we have to make sure the data loaded on the target as expected. So, data testing it is not just about comparing the data with the source data or expected data. What we do after comparison, we have to document the test results based on the different scenarios, and then once we sign off, like QA signs off that everything is fine, we have to monitor the deployed code. The code wherever it is we have to monitor that still the data quality means it is working fine. So if you see the main header, whatever I have mentioned, data validation, documentation, monitoring. So after monitoring, we have to make sure that as soon as there is some issue, we should get alerts. And logs is specific to the issue, what issue we have got. So this is about the traditional way what we have to do. So everything, all the topics we have to do manually. The data validation part, monitoring it, and the remaining part. Okay, so talking about the data validation part, here we have one example. So, how the data is placed? Data can be stored in the same server. If we take the example of SQL Server, the data can be stored into the same database. We can have the source table there. Maybe we are if we take the example of employee table, we can have one, employee. Like we can have couple of source table. We combine it and then load the data to the same database. So that way, this is one simple dynamic query. What we have to do is we prepare the parameterized query. Here, it can be used for the same SQL. This can be dynamically used for SQL. We have to pass the source data with the target and it goes on, it compares it. So this is the traditional way if we have to compare the data. And if the data isn't altogether different somewhere, if it is not in SQL, it is in Postgres or some other place, you have to fetch the data and compare it manually. So this the syntax will be totally different. This query script it is not going to work because for the different server we have to develop the different. Oh, and then code and then monitor it, check if there is any alert. Altogether, it can be done in one execution. We can create the dependent task and execute it, and using different, already present tools like in the next screen, we will see that which all tools we can use. For example, here we have basically one tool where we can use it is a DAG, it's execution based on the dependency. And the tool which will be presenting is great expectations. This tool it can meet the certain aspects of our data validation. Okay. So this is basically the comparison when it comes to the traditional process we have of validating the data, and then we compare it with the approach if you follow. So great expectations, this tool is first of all it is open source tool, and then so we saw in the dynamic script that we developed the script to compare the data, so that will be specific to SQL. But here, if we choose this, we have the common library, which is not specific to server, not specific to syntax. So in that way, it can be commonly used for different data sources. And automatic data analysis, we have done a demo, like we have a working demo. There we can see that when we validate the data, we will have a certain things to be validated, but this tool it will go to the historical data, do the analysis, and so that analysis, which will take a lot of time manually, it can be done in a few seconds. So this is about that. Then we have a huge library with built-in methods into great expectation. So we don't have to write any specific script or query. We already have so many methods here. The next point, which is related to profiling. So profiling is about the recommendation. Other than the method we want to use, it will go to the data we have collected. We have the historical data, the old data. It will analyze it and send us the expectation with the user. So we have a huge number of methods given by the tool as a suggestion, which will take care of the data quality.
Instead of going over the
Yeah.
comparison thing, can you switch to the demo part?
Okay.
Get a lot of interest.
Okay, sure.
While going through the demo, go through and discuss that.
Okay. So if this is the working demo for great expectation, here what basically it is doing is in this example we have connected to SQL Server database into the local machine, like we have connected to the local server or database. So we have the common connection string requirement. We just have to provide the driver and make the connection once, and then with the required details, and then we can validate a particular table or a particular data set as part of it. So only once we have to the first execution, we will create this data set and provide the table. For example, I'll just show here. So here in this database, I have connected to this test database, and we have a table here by name employee. So if I have to categorize the data validation, I have to take care of this schema. Like first of all, the target tables which we have created, it is correct or not. So it is specifically validating the structure. So we have so many methods here. So great expectation, as the name suggests, it is a set of expectations. What is expectation? Means what do we expect from the data to be valid or to have a good quality. So I've taken two examples. One from schema validation to make sure the structure of the table or target table is correct. So here it is. So this is there into the library. Just pick it from there. Expect column to exist. So it is totally human readable format. Have to understand the logic. Pass the parameter to the table here into the library. So as by C, we can understand that we want company ID to be available to our data set. This is about the schema validation. The second part is data make sure that the table is created successfully or it is as expected as we have to make sure that the data is correct. So for that, we have picked one of the example. Expect column values not to be null. So we are passing. So every time we are creating a set of row, like if you take the example of company, we are adding a new entry, we are making entry. For example, if you take Accion Labs, we make the entry into the table new entry. We have to make sure the create time it is there, it is not there. Then only it makes sense with that particular information. These two we just pass through this, and when we execute this, we get a very easy elaborated information here. This is about expect column value to not be null. So here the count is, if we go to our test data, the count is 1252. And so what it will do is it will scan through all the rows because it is row specific validation, and it will tell you the element count total into your expected data set is 1252. Unexpected, there is no such row which has the value as null. So we got 100% validation into our data set. If there is any row which has null, it will return into array format. So it is quickly user can analyze that where we are failing with the data. So these are the two examples. So here in the first step, we have chosen that we want to validate this particular feature of the data. But the next, the profiling which I was talking about, that is very powerful feature of great expectation. What it does is it will go to the database where we have made the connection, scan through all the historical data, and it will recommend you the expectation. We use no expectation. It will give you all the expectation that I will show you that this point we are saying. So here, after executing this, we get the metrics because it was this data set specific to test database. Here you can see I've got this matrix, table row count per batch. So you can have different batches. If you go over on this, you'll get the laboratory value that what is the count into that batch. This is your row specific. So other than your validation, you will get the plot here with different information. Column specific per batch we got. It has all the columns mentioned here that we can expect at one glance. We can make sure it is looking fine. We can have the column specific information here, like it is giving us the a new metric here, the important data. So it is about the metric. Then, like what I was talking about the recommendation, that is basically this. What it is I just used two expectations, but it returned me by scanning through all the historical data. It returned me so many expectations specific to my code, like specific to my data, which maybe I'll not validate or I have to pick or analyze it. So it is saving the analysis time and picking the expectation. So expect these methods are nothing but the expectation. We got it. The set these stories we can save and we can share. So this functionality is specific to this. I can save this all the methods will be saved here. I can open here and you can share with the team and for the further analysis all the expectations you can use. Then next comes about the data validation, about the documentation. So as we talked in the starting, other than data validation, we have to take care of many things about the documentation monitoring. This data doc functionality, it will return us the HTML file. So I did so many execution in the past. I have all the history here. I can choose it based on the sector, based on the page, and then if you open it, you have so many information given here about your data set or about your table. That which all information you have, and from each column, what do you expect? It will analyze the data, it will pick the column and give you all the suggestions and corresponding methods. So this is about documentation. So great expectation. This covers this, but other than that, if we combine it with ASO or we have one more tool DPT, we can just start it the execution. What it will do is like if we take the whole project as an example, here in this diagram, first of all we can have set of dependent tasks. First task is make sure you have the data into the source database. Then you can have this in between. workflow to validate the data and transform the data. So you execute the pipeline or check into the airflow. It will take care of everything, validating the data. If there is any failure, you get the alerts with the logs. You will have the information about the logs, where you are failure and in detail information about the data. And then it can go ahead and at last, if it looks fine, it will publish. So with this, it covers the demo. Do we have?
Anybody has any questions? Yeah.
What is the performance side of it? Want to load 1 million platforms on clicks on it? What is the performance side of it?
Okay. For now, what I have validated, it had like 1 million data around. I prepared the for demo. So it is taking very less time. It is taking very less time for the expectation we give, and with the set use already bit of the expectation. For that also it takes less time in analyzing the historical data.
So the best part of this tool is it's not just analyzing based on our request. It's also giving us prompt that what more can we explore out of this data. What other validation we can do.
Yeah.
That's the best feature of this tool.
So this comparison, I guess by going through the demo, this comparison part also we have almost covered. Like the methods monitoring, and we can schedule as we can club it with Airflow, so we can schedule. We can reuse the same code for all the platforms. This or the CSV file. It can connect it to the file server. So in that way also it is done.
So apart from the data validation, it also suggests anything about the business validations, business scenarios, anything
Specific to domain.
from yeah.
I guess when it goes to historical data, it will have good information about the domain. So yeah, that way also it helps with that because it scans through not just tables in data set you can have so many tables joined. So it will go there and analyze it. So basically because the domain.
Thank you. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Before going there, you want to complete the script first.
Okay.
Sit. You want this place? I see a lot of people are dull. Okay, I want to energize those people. All of you please come from and want to speak here. The fun factor, okay, so that you all wake up once again before next presentation. Please come, all of you come front so that you can see the screen here what's going on. Okay, this script is in line with our current GenAI. Okay, how the progress is made in the testing, how the testing has been evolved over years. If you want to show that as a script here, these pages are fun. I also please see this as a kind of a knock on your door that something is going to happen in your future. It's already happening. So please look at this script with a fun factor as well as the script and thought process.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Ashif sir, good afternoon. So guys, we are talking about QA. I believe I'm audible to everyone, right? If I'm not audible, then come close. I'm sorry. What's going on? So good afternoon, everyone. We are going through the QA excellence, and there are a lot of things that we are discussing, right? The futuristic way, how interesting, boring, depending on the people, but understand is Gen AI. There was a generation gap. Now there is a generation gap in the technology. I'll sort summary of it. Okay? The crucial compass in the like modern day titans, their standard econ, quality assurance or QA. Is more than just bug hunting or ticking of the test cases. QA is the single line of code translated to values, functionality, and security. In a world racing towards digital dominance, evaluating our quality assurance process isn't just protocol, it's our promise. A promise that our software endeavors are built not just on code, but on care. So that's QA. Normally, we believe that QAs are there to validate and pass our code. No, they are there to break and make sure that we have a product coming up which is bug free and user friendly, right? So you can see the set of people sitting over here. Back in our manual day, our manual days, where the QA was only about manual testing. So we try to put together the transition all together over here, how the manual automation and then AI enters into this picture. Automation and then AI enters into this picture. So the era of manual QA in software, the AI enters into this picture. So the era of manual QA in software, the human lens in the digital world. While machine tirelessly churns out results and algorithms scans lines of code, it is a human touch of manual QA that brings depth in the software narrative. It is the discerning eyes of the tester exploring applications as end users would, experiencing each feature, each transition, each possibility. This is not just about identifying bugs, but about feeling the software pulse, understanding each possibility. This is not just about identifying bugs, but about feeling the software pulse, understanding the tune, and anticipating its real world concept. After that, what happens? Manual work is going off and the entry of our automation. The dawn of new era, the rise of automation QA. You can see that there are a couple of folks has a bracket in their hand, which shows that they are upscaling. People have upscaled from manual to automation. Being into the manual, they have upscaled their skill to automation. They still are very, very aligned with the changing technology. You can see a new set of people come over here. They are all automation engineers. But what happened to the manual engineers who are sitting over there? I believe most of you have noticed they have moved out, right? They have not moved out from the industry. They have gone to get themselves upscaled. And that's when we have Accion University. The Accion University, which provides the entire environment support to make sure that you upscale, and they provide the support to make all the necessary resources available on us so that we come, we scale, and we deliver to the need of the time.
So like in every team, there will be few people always be looking for the future like, and keep upskilling themselves. If you see in this team, there is an individual who's keep constantly upskilling himself or herself to keep up to the space to the current market or current future.
So as chronicle of software development unfold, there emerges a transformative chapter where automation QA steps in the forefront, casting a new light on the rhythm of testing. Manual QA with its hands-on meticulousness once held the stick, but then the wind of change begins to blow. The software became expanded, applications were gone, and the pace of development reached ahead. The meticulous hands of manual QA were essential but no longer sufficient to keep the pace. Automation QA emerged not as a competitor. Please make sure. Note the point. Automation QA emerged not as a competitor but as a collaborator. With scripts running tirelessly, covering grounds in moments, but manual effort would take with the manual effort would take hours, automation began its ascent. The transition was clear. Automation QA was not replacing the human touch but amplifying it. It ensures that as the software scaled, quality did not wane and grew stronger, more refined. So that's where the automation QA entered. But what happened in the last 2 years? We have seen the changes. We have seen COVID, and COVID has also changed the technology. We have seen many changes. In that, we have also welcomed AI. Though we are talking today on AI, but AI was born in 1956. That much aware of it, right? We have the more developed models now. We have the more developed algorithm, and that's why we are talking today that AI is going to be the future. Prompt engineering, the vanguard of modern QA. Vanguard of modern QA.
So if you see here, the Accion University plays a bigger role, or COE plays a bigger role here, upskilling the people who comes to the Accion University, thereby making it intact with the current tech stack. So now the automation engineers or the manual testers been upskilled further, and they train them to become a prompters. So now the people you see working for the projects are the prompters.
The name is changing, but the technology is changing. We used to call QA engineers, now we are going to call them prompt engineers because the demand of the time is that. Within that archives of software evaluation, chains of revolutions and reward are aplenty. Yet few transformations are as thrilling as emerging prompt engineering, especially in the theater of quality assurance. There was a time when automation QA was the beacon of progress. Script replaces hands and machine simulated human interaction, timelessly ensuring software met the rigorous standard. But as the digital commons expanded, the sheer magnitude of data, scenarios, and configurations were gone. Automation, though swift and consistent, began to grapple with the diversity tapestry of modern applications. So we have seen that the applications in today's days are much faster, different from what we had in probably the last decade, right? So what happened? Why AI is being introduced? Because the pace that the speed at which the technology is changing, the expectation of human being is changing. The valuation has to be done at the same pace. So in this evaluation, automation QA systematic intelligence found a partner in the adaptive intelligence of prompt engineering. Together, they heralded an era where software isn't just tested for what it is today, but is also prepared for what it might become tomorrow. Now, if you see, AI is not involving or forcing us to test all our softwares or all our applications right now, right away, to give a proper outcome, but it is preparing us for coming down the lane, probably another 2 to 3 years or 5 years. It has its maturity time. It needs In this culture, it needs people to learn, accept, and join hands with the change of technology. If you see over here, we have a different set of people over here. Few of them has upscaled or upskilled themselves to the AI. They accepted the change, and that's why they are very much relevant to the current pace of technology. We have people from Accion University who has provided the support, has moved to another project called Project XYZ because they have scaled up and the project has accepted them. It doesn't mean that we do not need QA manual, we do not need QA automation. It's all about how we can work together in a handshaking model with AI. Thank you so much. That's a small step. Hopefully, all are away. Now we have the demos to do.
Hello, everybody. As we have the next demo, need your attention, please. The next demo is about predictive analysis. So we talked about during Anand's presentation and also when Kogi presented, we talked about test results being stored in a central repository, which will be taken up for predictive analysis. Anita today will talk to the solution that we put together. We are looking at few algorithms which will help us to come up with such predictive analysis on the data that we are capturing from test runs. So this is at a very nascent stage. This is more of a concept. We are trying to build together a set of data which can be loaded to these models and generate such reports. What Harita will do is she will walk us through the thought process basically, and also she will talk about what is that we have achieved so far. Over to you.
You have to speak louder.
Hi, good evening, everybody. So now I'm going to present. I'm going to present how the AI can help, generating AI can help for the quality of the quality of the software, quality engineering.
You have to speak, keep it near your.
So now I'm going to explain to you how AI can help our software quality, quality engineering to improve our software quality. Okay, how the basic steps are steps to be followed, the flow, how the flow, the UI testing, whatever the vein testing we are connected to the software quality, UI testing, API testing, performance testing, and the security validation. Those things we are getting as a test result. Those results are report we can put it dump into the DB. Okay, so that test result or the data we can collect and then we can build the model on it to give the predictive analysis. That means what prediction we can give, why this feature is failing, what about the factors, why it is failing.
RSS, DITC process somewhere we are missing, or else some practice of testing practices we are missing, like that. Some security vulnerabilities. So those predictions we can do by using those data we are collected from the different sources of test report. For example, GIA is the main source of collecting the reports or features or data or ML dates. For example, features and then what time it is reported, some of the feature description, and also the what type of test, either a smoke test or the other testing process, and what type of defects, either API defect or UI defect. Those details we can collect from the Jira board or like that of Mozilla, like that of board we can collect and dump it into the test DB. So those data we can take and then do the predictive analysis on it. Okay, so the data collection comment is majorly because if we are giving some good data, then only we can get to the good. That's why data collection will be a major part. So some of the major features might be I have written here as a test ID or test run and test description and what type of defect and what is the severity, what is the category of the defect. Those things. Once we get the data and do some processing of the data, and then we have to select what is the model. So the model selection plays a very important role. Yeah, important role. So basically, I want to do the internal model. For example, random forest classifier, XGBoost, like kind of classification. Because we want to do the classification. We have to do classify or get the thing when the feature gets affected.
That's showing muted.
Oh. So when the feature is not working or why we are getting the defect, by classifying this is because of the architecture failure or efficiency or other security vulnerability or other a lack of testing effect or a manual intervention. What is the cause? So for that is a classification issue. So we can do it through random forest classifier or execute. So once if we are deciding which model we want to do, we can do the training of the data collected from the other boards, different tracking boards. We can do the training, and we can after training we can predict, give some data. We can predict why this feature is getting affected or why we are getting the failure result. Okay, this is about simple random forest, how it will work. I will show you simple one video clipping over here. So this is about the prediction of part of our body while dancing. So here it is the data which has the parts of body. I am feeding that one into the random forest classifier. Classifier. It will classify what is the part of body while dancing. Then it will come as the avatar. What is the avatar? Okay, this is a simple explanation how the random forest will work. Okay. And then this is the code snippet. Code snippet of calling the random forest or executes the model, and then we can build the model. Once we are building and then compare the models. See, for example, I am saying random forest and executes and other LLM model. So I have to compare so many models we will train other data, and then we will compare how we can compare which model is performing well by using the metric. For example, F1 score or ROC, F1 score is it will consider both the positive and the positive and the negative. So consider both the positive and the negative. So 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 positive
website will be this the inside of that remote session they are not able
will show how much proper data under. So these two things we can consider. One statement, if we are saying this model is good, so that model we have to take the model and we want to take solution for that problem statement and we have to maintain. So how it would look like the random forest. Random forest classifier and the execute both are like it is for multiple
is
models.
connecting or not
We
able
are
to connect.
going to give multiple models. That's it. For forest, random forest, multiple decision trees.
This
This
ask next level that
algorithm for decision tree. Multiple trees we are combining together. That's why it's called a random forest. It
yeah,
will
only that is not
decision
our issue.
tree will do the training on the data. Multiple
That
trees training on the data and then get the result. And that would
now
be
they are
more
how
accurate
to set
result and we can get the finality or maximum
how to set yeah so what setting told me that you'll be able to connect to first we have gateway EVM from gateway EVM
executes mainly
we are not able to connect to some other server.
that means once if we are giving the data, train the model and get the output wherever the error is there. Again, the next model
Then
trains
there
on
is
that error and do
there
the
is issue with the
data.
client side because
Get
they are
one of
able
the
to
model
connect to them.
to train the two or three models. Each model gives the better performance. You can use that model
Yeah,
that model as the final model for us.
Mm.
So this is about the product operation, how we can maintain once if we are getting for particular feature is failing for because of this issue, architecture issue or whatever it is. That correctness we have to do and then do the reliability, how efficient. That also we have to do. And the next one, that is the product operation and for the model monitoring or model maintenance, monitor the model. Because once we have done the model with it, we can save it as a joblet or in the pickle model, we can do the pickling and then save the model. After that, we have to maintain because new data comes, the model, a model score or model accuracy may go down. So that we have to maintain by using either Airflow or scheduling or cron job. Like that, we have to do the scheduling and then maintain. That also has to be fixed. That's like that we have to ensure quality by using AI.
Yeah, just to add on to what that said. So, so we are trying to evaluate some of these models and trying to pick the right one which can give us the expected results what we're looking for. The goal is to predict the points of failure of a given software. So there could be many reasons why a software may fail. Maybe it's not scalable enough. Maybe there is an issue with an architecture, or if there is a change in the process, maybe the reason why we have software failing. Maybe poor management of requirements, or it could be an environmental issue, or it could be an issue with communication. There's a lot of back and forth because of which people don't understand the requirement because of which they defects are used. So instead of all this while people have been looking at simple plain defect reports at the end of every test run. Now these reports will be of use. I said this at the beginning of this event that this is one of the major initiatives. I'm sure a lot of our customers will see the value in it because the plain simple defect reports are not giving will not be able to give them to make certain decisions which can safeguard their software business. I think this is an area where I would look to have more people who can participate because this is going to be a major effort because we need to build some data sources with different scenarios and also try out different models, machine learning models for us to be able to come up with such reports. So yeah, so that's the overall solution that we want to present here. If there is anything more.
This is the one of the report. Now we are project. One of the report by using random forest. model I have told you, that model. This is it is the model performance. It's in the starting stage. So 10,000 sample size we have taken. Testing and training we have to divide. This is about this project about the loan defaulters, payers or non-payers. By using the credit score. We are having credit score in US and it is called consumer score. So we have to predict if the person's details if they are giving, we have to predict whether this person may pay or not pay. So that is the use case for us. That is a problem statement. That is a 10,000 sample we have taken, and here the payers and non-payers are there 50 percentage. We have taken 326 features out of 326 features. Again, we have generated 3,359 features we have generated. Even the 11 features are important features. Random forest usually gives the feature importance. Okay, then how many models we have evaluated? Models we have evaluated, and we have getting the precision, recall, and ROC. They're not coming under 50% because it is the initial stage. We have to do lot of hyperparameter up to 80%. Then only we can go because see, here if you are coming to confusion matrix, there are two positive and two negative for 79 and 706. And then false positive and false negative also equally rates are there. So it has to come down. We have to do it so much of tuning and also massaging on the data also we have. Then only we can present this in the starting stage, websites of 50% accuracy. When we are doing all those data science related practices, it will come up to 80 or 85. Okay, this is one of the example, and another one example also I want to show you the generation of generating the synthetic data. That also one of the discussed in the video also. So this is one of the sample given by somebody for the performance testing. It has the sample size of 72. I want to increase the sample size to 5,000 because I want to do some analysis.
Extrapolate that. Extrapolate that.
Yeah. See, 672 data points were there. That one I want to increase to 5,000 data points by using there is a small that is called small algorithm. But these are all the simple exploratory data analysis called EDA have done. So that increase to 5,000. Once I have run that algorithm on this data, after manipulation of the data, we have to do the processing, pre-processing, and other hyperparameter tuning. So this is first the original data. What is the distribution I am showing here? Once if I am running, this is the synthetic minority and oversampling technique. This is called slow. Once if we are running this algorithm, we can get 5,000 data, 1,500. See, instead of 568, 75, 89, and 2, I can get 1,500, 1,400 like that. Here I gave the weightage also according to the data present. I have given the weightage also. 8.1, 0.15, those things that are we have to do so many tunings. Then only it will come in the proper way. Okay, now the distribution is like this. So like that, so many use cases we can resolve by using ML. Any questions?
Anybody has any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sequential model means exit boost will be the homogeneous model using. Decision tree usually decision tree model. We have to do the tuning work. Then we have to give how many times the model has to fold, 5 times or 10 times. It's called boosting approach. That's why it's called exit boost. That is Adam boost is there before that. Then this exit boost also same concept, but the thing is exit boost is extremely fast. Extremely fast. That's why it's called exit boost. Otherwise, it is a gradient boosting. Otherwise, Adam boost. But it's because of it is extremely fast, very fast when it is doing. So many other optimizations inside the exit boost. That's why it's like random forest, then that one it is very, very fast. Because random forest will do parallel and chain. Here it will do sequential. Then also it will be very fast because of some of the software optimization and hardware optimization.
Thank you.
Hello everyone. Am I audible? Yes. So I'll not give a code walk. So am I audible to everyone? So I'll not give a code walk and I'll not be discussing about models I use or everything. But I'll keep the conversation very simple so that it reaches everyone. So let me share the presentation. I think they can't hear me.
Nice. Looks like you can unmute all and
So I'm going to discuss about web UI automation. So every one of you visit websites, right? So what do you do when you visit a website? You check what like a login, username, or password, login button, shopping button, etc., etc. Similarly, what manual testers do it when they have not audible. I think some mic issue. Can you someone solve by example? Am I audible now? Am I audible now? Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about web UI validation failure. So whenever a developer delivers a website to a QA team, first thing a manual tester would do is he would go visit the website, see the website how it looks, does it match the requirements of the user or not? Okay, he prepares a testing documentation based on the requirements given to him. He creates a test matrix. Now he got the website, he'll enter the details, username, password, login. And he'll say that developer feature is working, you can go forward with production. And developer comes up says that I have some new feature that I want to show you guys. So he pushes the new code. Then developer has to redo it. And some other push, redo. And project has reached the end. And then there's some bug right at the start moment. And it's like a domino effect. So the developer team has to retest everything. Okay. Now such tasks are redundant and can be automated. Okay, so that's what the automation testing till now automated testers do. So we built applications that work on the object IDs. So what happens is an automation engineer will go visit the website, he'll see the login button and he'll see the key for the button. Okay, so he knows what key that button has. Then he'll put the key in a script. That script will trigger or click that button. Now that's done. The automation engineer he automated the tool,
So suppose the developer comes the other day, he says that I changed the keys for all the buttons. Now the automation engineer, he has to come forward and he has to check all the keys back. He has to rewrite all the steps. And then for suppose after 3 days, a client comes up and says that I want generative AI on my complete website, change everything. Again, the process is not exactly redundant, it's a complete redo process. Okay. So to resolve these issues, I've come up with a tool. So before discussing about the tool, the solution, I want to ask you a few questions. You visited a website. Does someone tell you, does the developer sit beside you and tell that this is a login button? No, right? You know that. Even if I don't put a login word in the button, you guys will know that it's a login button. Similarly, for any other buttons, no one is going to sit beside you and navigate you. So what I am using there? You are using your vision to identify the elements in a website. So the framework which I built uses the computer vision concept. The name of the framework is vision. I didn't get any better. So before discussing the architecture, I would like to show you a demo of the. Ignore everything. Just see. There's a description. I get foreign test. It's just a general description. Then there's the URL I want to test. URL of a website. Okay. And then there's the input field. I'm asking my code, enter the text student in the email field. And then there's password, enter this password and click on login. So all I'm saying is input, click. Okay. Input, where should I input? Click, what should I click? Okay. Now I will execute the code. Just ignore the warnings. So it automatically opened the URL, maximize the screen, and now it's analyzing the screen. Okay. Hope it identifies. Yeah. So it identified the email, it entered the student email. Now it searches for password. Where's the password column or the row? Now we find the password. Now, okay, fine. I got both of them. Click on login. Yeah, click on login and they will link that. So, okay. Now, this can even be automated using the current techniques, the QA validation frameworks like Selenium, Cypress, or whatever the tools are. But what makes this tool different is the code remains same. I tried for one website right now, right? Let's try for some other website. Okay. So, I prepare, I select a bunch of websites. I see enter and run. Ignore the warnings again. Maximize screen. Now I asked it to find the user ID, enter the user ID, and click on go. Now the buttons are different, the UI is different. Someone cannot automate this with the current techniques. He has to use his vision. And that's what this AI is mimicking. It's trying to mimic the human vision. Okay, found the user ID took a little time, but yeah, that will go. So the websites which you saw till now were very simple, and to test it on a much more robust way, I have selected a very dynamic website. The last test case, not more. I'm not going to stress it.
So in this case, there is a password.
Yeah.
In the case study, you have used a password as well as.
Yeah.
Now in this second one, in this case, there is no password.
There is no password. So I here if you see, I asked it. There's an input field with the name user ID or user ID, whichever user, and then I said enter the text column and click on go. Okay. Now this is some other website. If you know me, say Andhra Pradesh portal. It's just ending the previous. Okay. This is the third website. I'm using the same script again. There's no change. This time it's a little more dynamic. The website. You'll see. Yeah, this is the website. You always put it. So here if you see, I have a 3 or 4 columns. Check your application status. Preview visa certificate. And sometimes it fails. Just to show that failure case, I have taken such a dynamic website. You will find 2, 3, or any number of columns, but it fails. So why did it fail? We'll discuss about that. Okay. Back to PPT. Architecture we discuss later. Yeah. So what are these advantages of vision? As I said, I'm not changing script for any website. And documentation. When a manual tester does this work, what would you do? You would create some conference page or somewhere you would create a location, you would put the snapshots. Developer comes, he says something failed, redo it, redo it, redo it. Documentation part becomes a little tedious work. So using this, we can see all the results in a particular organized way. And there's no human involvement. I'm not saying QA will not be able to document it properly. It's just when tasks get redundant, we'll tend to make mistakes, and which mistakes will not be done by us. Another advantage is you can just take out the slides. Yeah. Now I have the image. Then who will summarize the results to me? Who will compare the output with the actual output? Is there a way to do it? Yes. Then I have built a third model. So before that, let's do our previous two models. So till now, all the projects that were discussed earlier use ChatGPT or more specifically GPT for API to build their applications. This is completely in-house. So of course it's transfer learning. So I'm using too many words, but to simplify it, the first all the projects have to pay something to work. Here everything is free, and it's going to be free because it's completely open source. And so I take the images, give to my model, clean everything. It knows what is a button. It knows what is a text. It knows what is an image. Now it knows what is a button, right? The third part, what it do is one below. It will identify what is the text in that button. Now it knows what is the text in the button. Now simply I have to go and click that. That's not an issue. I clicked. I got the output. I took a snapshot of the output, and then I give it to my third model. So what this does? This is still in tuning phase. So don't have the results. When you give it to a model, this generative AI tools that you give a text, it generates an image type. Similarly, this you give an image, it generates a text. So if someone successfully logged in, it can tell you that okay, the user has successfully logged in. So the tester need not come and check whether the results were success or not. So I'll show you a demonstration of that model also. Just yeah. Here if you see, I'll show you an image. First, so this is a group of people sitting in an office. I'll give this to my model. Again, this is an in-house model. So purposely taking the scaled image? No, I downloaded it in such a way. So it is analyzing the image, output image, whatever has been given by the previous model. Then yeah. Okay, I shouldn't have chosen this. The way you have seen the image, right? Now it will start describing it. Although looking at the picture of the wall with the sign. So that was the image. Actually, this was a success. Let me give you a case of another thing. So Naruto.jpg. Last one. Not the demonstration. You can see the image. Let's see how it describes it. I'll highlight the parts that it describes it. A painting of a cat wearing a red and green costume. So that's what it understood. So why did this happen? So for suppose in a Scrum call, when a Scrum Master comes and asks QA team, what is the status? He says something. And when a developer has been asked about a status, he says something else. And the question remains same. Why did the answer change? It's because of the context we are in. Okay. Understanding the context. So this model was trained on understanding a general cases. So this was pre-trained. Now we have to fine tune it such that we have Jira tickets with the questions. We have the snapshots of the website. Just give that to this, and it will perfectly train and give you the results. That this is a success website. This is a failure website. And that's it. So these are the two models that I built.
But actually, there are two results, right?
Yeah, definitely. It does identify, but that's not what we want. So, okay, I have future enhancements. So now I got the image for output comparison. This actually I built this model 2 days ago, so you can remove the second point. Image to image comparison is not needed. Test case summarization. Now it generated the text, and it generates text for 100 other test cases. Now the tester can't go and read everything, right? So we can have another NLP model, the same NLP model which we used earlier, calculated to this task. Just assume that it's a baby. You can either make it a doctor or an engineer. We have the baby ready with us. It's up to you whether you make a doctor or an engineer. So the previous case was in summarizing the image. This case is basically summarizing the text. Ultimately, it's numbers for computer. So yes, and finally, accuracy of my models. The first model which you saw, which tests the website, has an accuracy of 72%, and that's really good with hardly 600 images in place. And the third model which you saw, second model is easy OCR. What it does is it extracts the text from the image. That's already available library. The third one has an accuracy of close to 40%, and yeah, it can be fine-tuned a lot with good amount of data. That's it.
So I have a question.
Sure.
Maybe that's a possibility. See, what we have been observing is get no good local automation. There is a feature called auto healing. Have you come across that? So which more or less does what we just now spoke. So you build these test cases based on recorded data, or you write those test cases, you don't write code, and then you run those test cases on that particular application. And later on, you won't change the structure of the page, or you change the button, remove a field, anything that you do. These test cases fail. Okay, and then the tester will have to go back and then redo rerun all the test cases.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that work. That's the
I haven't completed. So what happens is in these tools, when you execute this, it actually puts up an alert saying that there's a change in the structure of the interface, user interface. So you want to apply the changes, apply the new changes to the test scripts. So yes, your test scripts get automatically updated for the new page, the new layout of the page. Okay, so you don't need to really go and then write code or change the. So your solution at least identifies upfront that there is a change, and then we can get some inputs in terms of what is the change. You can figure out a way to automatically get this.
yeah, that's the possibility. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can actually collaborate on that.
Yeah.
Kuldeep and
We will collaborate on this one.
yeah, we can collaborate on that and then see how we can get the solution with that.
And also, have you seen the Google recent enhancement in terms of image?
It has many things that
Well, if there is image, let's say half of the image was cut, you can regenerate without having to.
yeah, those things are even the Photoshop has brought in a video.
Yeah, probably you can discuss.
Yeah,
It's a good one actually.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Anything else?
Ask you exactly.
Python. No ideas. That's what I wanted to emphasize. We can have a debate rather than a discussion on this. Because I really put that using APIs, okay, that's completely conflicting your opinion. But I feel APIs are still not safe yet. You wanted to send it hash way, right? The data to the API.
No, this is right.
Yes, exactly. So what I would say is, if you want to use APIs, just keep storing the inputs and outputs that model is doing. You give the input, model gives an output, store it for 30 days, 60 days. Done. That's enough. Don't use API after that. Build your own models. You have the data built by one of the most accurate models. build your own in-house model. That's really good approach, I would say. Yes, these are pre-trained weights available. So I have used CNNs, many I've tried ResNet, VGGNet, ZFNet, so many models. And I felt that this is the best model. I selected for first. Then I have a decoder model, a series of decoders that will decode information from the image to text. I feel this is okay, is at least getting the work done.
Yeah, I think we need to. Yeah, but then it's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Good one. Who's going next? Ayana or
Same question.
Yes, yeah. Come over.
Yeah, I I'd like to present called test trigger, which is no code. It's not low code, it is no code. You don't need to write code. If you are manual here, using this tool, you are already on. You just need to write a manual to automation. But you don't need to bother about writing exponents. But the only thing is, it is so I'm just walking through the tool and simple display is what I will do. So if you see here on the right side, first you have to just build your test tool. And build your test tool, you already providing the URL. And then you will provide your user. It means like the login test case is already done. So I'm just walking through the test cases what I have done. But I want to perform some action like I want to click on the test history on this page. I want to click on this test history. Okay, and validate some text which is available on the page. So to do that, these are the steps what I need to do. You don't need to write anything like Java, Python or anything. Just need to write it in simple English like click test history. And then if you want to perform some search, so I'm just passing some text like Amazon. And then just click the page content. Like after going to the page, you have to make sure that you are on the page, right? So I'm just checking that get free access text is available on the page. And then click resources, it's a drop down, and then it will be for docs. So this is the test case which I have to perform. And these are the steps I have. So I just show you by running it. And the best feature of it is when it is running, it takes a screenshot of each stage when it is navigating. It also record the complete test case. So if you want to debug, you just need to play around. Like you just need to go back, play the video. You can see the video. So it's in progress. It will not take more than 20 seconds. See, the test case is passed. Now, what you see here, just see if you can expand this test case, you can see here. To note each screenshot. It's saying that you got the screenshot. So, but actually, it was not very so, okay, so this is another test case. Like what I want to do is I just want to sign up. To want to sign up in some page, few details like first name, last name. So to enter the data, you just need to know that text box name. So you need to write the test case in plain English, like please sign up, please start for free. Like that is something which is coming up on the page, and then you just need to enter the data. Enter the data in a particular field. Enter Nagendra in first name. Enter Verma in last name. So this is the automation what you are writing. You are plain English, right? And you are the syntax is very simple. For the English, you are writing your manual test case, which is already covered. You just need to clear one scenarios. So in the background, what is tool? Is it taking about the screenshot verification also? Yes, only just screenshot. No, it takes all the screenshots, but if you can go navigate to the screenshot, you come to know. And there is also video recording happening in the background. So that will help you to get some manual work, but no. So I just play the video which I have recorded. So this is the first test case which we have gone through. Like if you click on test history, to search for something on Amazon, right? And then it will go to the page and select the problem. It's already went to test history page, the resources. It will help you to debug what you test. This is how the video will be recorded when the test case is executed. That's it. Any questions? Logs as of now, nothing. The recording is actually this is the I just registered as a free user, but as it is licensed for all the options.
The option basically you get to see the entire user journey, what you recorded, right? Or what are the awesome of it. Based on that, it actually generates its own states. And each state is going to be one on screen. You get to see the trail of
You have all the options. If you see this left side window, and you have the test cases and you test reports, everything. But as a free user, they are not giving all these options. If you are a registered one, but what I heard about this contributing high, like $900 per month, but they are getting unlimited users. So, like, if the company can go for it, like, you can like, work on multiple projects because they are getting unlimited users and the support. And you don't need to write manual test cases first and then go for the automation. And I just show you one of the screen. See, if you want to write a code in Selenium, then you have to write this many lines of code. But by using this tool as it is a code tool, just 2 lines of code, it will do the same. But what you are doing. That's all.
Rajendra, there's a question here. How secure is this tool?
Yes, again. Okay. So I was going to
Then-
show a demo for the ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT, I have written Cypress scripts for my project. Just basic techniques of Cypress. So what I will do, I have installed the OpenAI, simple and then using some authentication for the ChatGPT that I have used for my personal account. That the key I have used to create Open API, and then configure command I have used for the configuration this API. Then I have created one simple login.js file in ChatGPT folder. ChatGPT folder I have created test cases for the Cypress folder I will show here. Here I have first set up the Cypress project and login.js file to write the code to read the file. So we are reading the and then I have used the if function to read the data from the then use CSV Excel file to read the test steps to generate the test cases. And this is the code snippet that I have used. This I have written in the login.js file. So here I have used the OpenAI create completion function to write down the prompt, to write down the steps. So in prompt, it will generate the Cypress test cases. So this data steps I have taken from the JSON file. That JSON file I have created in the fixture folder inside. This is the JSON file for the steps that we are writing for the manual testing or the any other testing functionalities that I have written. So it will be that file I have here data and the response after write the response is writing spec file. Spec file is for inside to run the test cases. So it will generate the spec file. This file name I have passed here in this one file itself. So it will generate the file in the folder here. So I will generate the file for the Cypress. So command to generate the file is node login.js. It will generate the file, spec file. So file is generated. This is the login spec file. So here I have I didn't written the line of code because it has written from the JSON files. Which steps is login, then enter user further steps I have done. So if I run this file, then it will run on the Cypress test runs. So you can see here the code separate. So spec file will generate as per the JSON file data. Include Cypress open is a command to use cases.
If the method is running, I just wanted to give you a background of it. Many times we write the BDD script, printing language, even when the just basically we get from the business that your requirement is this. So what we have to do is we have to start writing the step definition file, whether it's the Java or
factors or whatever, and then convert that to a method which is a tool can understand and run it. Right? So what we're trying to achieve here is instead of converting to step definition file anything anything sort of that, what you could do is in the state folder you just drop all those VDD scripts or the NLP script. NLP is basically the script for a if statement, right? Go to URL this and enter username password with login button, then validate that page should have this particular. So we put it state wise and we put it in a JSON format, right? We're putting two keys. One is the file name, is one key. The second key is the steps. Under the step, we put all those steps and that's a JSON file, right? Then we are writing a JavaScript to read that JSON file, and from that, under the key space, take out. So take out these steps, and then after send these steps to ChatGPT by using the API key of the ChatGPT, so that you'll get a response from ChatGPT. And I think we are pretty much already with all of it. Then start run the script. The script what is going to do is take out a particular state, send it to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is give you back a response, right? From that response, you just filter out the script which is needed for the Cypress to run a particular test, right? And dump it as a file name .ui.js. Thus, thus the way Cypress splits the file under the end-to-end test folder, right? And you're all set. Then you go and take Cypress run, is going to pick everything from the end-to-end folder and run it, right? So that's the beauty of it. So if you have multiple JSON, multiple spec files, video format or the normal, just like language you wrote it, make it separate file as a JSON file, drop it in a folder, and ask the script to generate the Cypress script out of those spec files. And you can run it. Those things using NPX. Yeah. Okay. So just to add to this, resilience we may integrate our all pieces together. So we get a requirement, we got a story, we convert it into a certain but cutting language. The cutting is gets introduced to the Cypress consistency we are using Cypress. So
And then students so basically you don't have to write down the data and just simple language steps we have to write.
Yeah. So we don't need to say like this, like that. Cyber has this.
That's it. Thank you. Any questions?
Any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope these were the presentations that solutions that we plan to present today. And as I said at the initial part of this event, that we need more people to participate, to contribute in strengthening the solutions or maybe identify newer solutions which can fit. And we have a roadmap until December where we would like to have these solutions validated and have at least few which can be proposed to our customers. So there will be communication that will be sent out, maybe a Google form or something like that, maybe a simple Excel spreadsheet where you can nominate yourself. We will republish the list of solutions that we discussed today, and you can nominate yourself, and then we can build on top of what we have today. These are very basic solutions, and we need to make them production ready. And thanks to everybody who has, taken your time out to participate in this. People coming from the Economic office to participate in this. Thank you very much. And everybody, I would like to thank Suresh and all the team, admin team, everybody who could coordinate and make this happen. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Thank you.
So I would definitely request more participation. I want to see more implementation coming forward. Next few weeks or months. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, Suresh, for your cooperation. Thank you, Venu.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.